I was just gonna say like so that new Ponzi scheme that we seen, like have y'all seen that new Ponzi scheme on like
Started recording?
or the scam that's on that's been on Facebook ever since we got stimulus checks? Like there's been that little circle, the scam circle. As you see it, like you gotta like put in like $50 or put in $100, and then everybody you get 7 other people to put in $100, so you get 800. They be like, "Yo, make $100, make 800 right now," and all you gotta do is put in 100.
Yeah.
But then you gotta like scam other niggas to like put money in there too,
Yeah.
which got me thinking like niggas really be like chasing these Ponzi schemes, these like they're all pyramid schemes, right? So
Right.
niggas really be chasing it because we all need money. We all trying to get rich the quickest way possible.
The scammer's alive.
The scam is alive.
Yeah.
But it's like, it just had me thinking like, yo, if we all could just be rich, we'd be like, we'd be good from then. We don't have to scam each other or scam one another rather.
That'd be cool if we was, but
It's not. That's not.
we
the
not.
case.
Yeah, no. And all that shit is always going on, man. It's from you should be here with the blue band. I remember the you should be here one when it's like you travel, you sign up for some insane schemes, and then if you make it to a certain level, they give you a gray BMW.
Right.
And then you travel to another country like Aruba or whatever, and then you show the banner like you should be here.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just invest, if you just got off your couch and scheme other people, you could get a gray BMW.
Mary Kay. Really
Mary
did
Kay.
that.
the
Mary
same
Kay,
way.
there we
Really
go.
give it out.
The Melaleuca, I remember that from when I was growing up.
And it's always something. It's either tea or it's always this. It's always you selling coffee. You always selling something, but only person that's actually making money is the nigga at the top of this pyramid. And
right.
for some reason, like people don't see it. Like yo, this is a great opportunity. Like you're missing out, whatever. And they try to shit on you, and you're like, nah, I ain't with that. I ain't with that.
Go ahead, yeah.
Y'all ever been in like a pyramid scheme or been like close to getting in one?
I have.
I've been close to getting in one, but not in one. Go ahead.
My first job was I didn't even know it was a pyramid scheme. I don't remember the name of it, but I would go door to door and sell subscription to knives. Yeah, for knives.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Cutco.
Cutco. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. That was
Yeah.
my first job, and when I was a freshman in college, and it was like you go to door to sell knives, and the more knives you sell, you get money, and then if they start selling knives to other people, you get a percentage off of that.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, that makes sense. Everybody needs knives. And no, come to find out, nobody needs knives.
Nobody needs
Nobody
fucking
needs knives at all. And come to find out later on that that's a super scheme, and I had to pay I think $400 or $500 to get access to the knives, which I never had.
Oh man.
I selling like the idea of the knife,
Right.
and then so fucking scheme, man. That's how it goes.
And it's crazy. A couple years ago, like I had something similar. Like I almost got in one, and I didn't know I was gonna get into one. I remember it was some people that I had met. Like I was doing my photography. I did like a shoot for them, and then not too long after, they were like, "Oh my God, we really like you. We love your professionalism." Like I'm tooting my own horn. I'm happy. I'm like, "Yeah, bitch. I be doing my thing. I be like, whatever." She's like, "Oh, my husband and I would really like to meet you on something and get you to like to introduce you to something great and like give you the opportunity to see like what we have going on, whatever."
Man, that sounds like a sex cult.
Which is what I thought, but I was like, wow, they're nice people, let me see what's up, so fast forward, I met up with them twice, and then like I realized we weren't talking about anything. Like they weren't specific about anything. Like, yo, if you have the opportunity to get you in a room with some people, then we're gonna make this and happen. So I finally went to one of their meetings, like dress night, just formal, and I go out there, and it's more about talking about nothing. Like the fast talking, slick guys. Like you're like, yeah, if you're able to be in partnership with us and we're able to do this and we're blah blah blah, et cetera, then we'll make the next step. And I'm like, bro, what are we talking about? Like, what the fuck is this? And I talked to one of my boys, like, yo, that's a pyramid. You didn't know that was a pyramid scheme? I was like, nigga, I had no idea, bro.
Yeah, one of my old clients got me or tried to get me into one. He was like, yo, I really want you to make this investment. You're a young black man. You seem like you have a good head on your shoulders. I really want you to come out here. And I was like, all right, whatever. And he was like, you'll learn the information when you get here. Now, I'm just thinking, I don't know why I gave him the benefit of the doubt, because this is not my first time hearing something like this.
Right.
But I was like, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Oh, you know what got me? because he said these two other people who we know mutually was getting into it. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So I go there, and it's the whole Ponzi setup, just like how you was talking about. But what kind of sets me off about this one was that I hate it when it's a church doing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate it. Like when the leaders, to me, there's something about that duty I have to you as like your shepherd.
right.
And I'm telling you to do this thing. It's a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, that's nasty.
It's something about that is nasty. I can't
Deceitful
really
and church
articulate.
don't go together.
Yeah.
It's something about that that's crazy. And it was when I walked in, it was they whole church was in there.
Wow.
Their
that's
whole
not
church
good.
was in there. I was
The
like,
pastor should be ashamed.
that's what I'm thinking. Like,
Right.
because you got the ear of the people, so they're gonna do what you finna say.
What you recommend? Because
Exactly.
yeah.
And then you can't be like, well, you see how I got money. Well, yeah, you have a whole parish of 150 people or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you finna get money.
I don't have that many people to
I don't
scam.
have that many.
Right. Like, and he probably, and then when the pastor saying it's like, you know what, God will bless you if you join these students.
do
It's
it.
like, come on, though, just pay me $500 and then,
Yeah.
come on, that's not okay, man. It's like, I know the biggest one that's been for around a while is that it's the powder, the healthy. Damn, I can't remember the name. It's like
Not flat tummy tea. No, that's something.
that's
else.
a part of it. One of them. That's
Herbalife.
Herbalife.
Oh.
Herbalife to me has been the biggest scam going.
That in Prime America.
I didn't even know what Prime America was.
Of word?
No, I didn't know what Prime
Oh
America
man,
was.
Prime America is like it's insurance.
Damn.
See, like
Yeah.
Herbalife,
Selling
everybody
insurance.
sells it. What I hate about the Herbalife people, hey, if you want to be healthy, cool, no problem. Don't then be like, you guys are lazy, you're not motivated, be an
man.
entrepreneur. The 9-to-5 man is a terrible. You sold,
And
you know.
they love to shit on
you
the
know what I
9 to
mean?
5
Like,
guy.
Fucking, you guys are, you go to school, wasted it, blah, 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 your
Yeah.
loans. Be like me. I scam people. You know what I mean? Like, I hate that shit, dog.
Yeah, they try to do better than you.
Let us
Kind of
know.
like, wow, do you like carrying the buckets for the big business owners? Like, you like slaving on your back and putting your
Now really it's not a scam in the traditional sense, but what I don't like about it is the way you try to sell me on it. That's
Right.
what makes it feel like a scam.
Yeah.
The truth is, hey, bro, you give me money. You get two people to give you money.
That's it.
Right.
And then they keep going, and it's two and two, and you keep getting more money.
and
Okay,
you know,
fine.
and this is free game for all our listeners out there. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, by telling someone this is not a scam, it makes me
It's
feel
a scam.
this
It's
is a scam.
No matter what. No matter what.
That's like a golden word. You tell me it's not a scam, I'm going to feel this is a scam.
Yo, as soon as you say, I'm trying to buy a house, the lady I talked to, she was like, no, trust me, I'm legit. I was like, you know what? You're not legit.
You're not
I don't know
legit.
what you do. You probably are, but you're not legit.
not.
I don't like that
legit,
you said
Yeah.
that.
You
It makes
tryna
me
scam
feel
her.
yeah.
And she does work for like a bank and shit. But no, you know what?
I don't like it. I don't like the way it
I
sounds.
don't like it. I don't like it.
There was some people knocked on the door yesterday trying to sell something. I think they were trying to sell life insurance.
No.
And they were like, yeah, we're nothing like the people you would see in like
Yeah,
banks.
no.
Like, well, I could trust those people because at least I know they're really selling
Right.
life insurance.
Right. And going back to something you said when you said, man, I just had it on the tip of my tongue when you said, come back.
The church.
No, not the church. He said, damn, I can't even think about it. I just had it and I forgot.
Damn, bro.
Now, the church wouldn't do it. This is
Yeah.
the most egregious, man, to get back to it. I've known other churches to have done it. Like, I've been
Shameful.
invited. This one wasn't really a surprise. I didn't know about Ponzi schemes back then. But the purpose of the event was like a blessing event or something like something of the sort. And then I get there and it's just the same Ponzi scheme thing. And
Right.
I'm just like, calling it a blessing. I don't like the misframing of things. Like if you have to misframe it, then it seems deceitful. Just say what
Yeah.
it is and let people make up their mind if they want to do it or not.
I agree. Calling it a blessing. Yeah, I don't like that, man. That's totally off.
And like you said, now I remember what did you say? You said like, oh, I'm giving you a chance to invest. Like a lot of us, we don't know about stocks, we don't know about bonds. So when somebody
Right.
presents it to you, like, oh, this is a chance as a black brother, I want to show you how to invest, how to make money. Yeah, hell yeah, I want to know about stocks. It's like niggas are eating off that shit, and I don't really know like which ones are the ones to pick. So then when you come under that premise, it's kind of like, all right, you about to show me something real, and then you're like, bro. This is just tea. Like, this is coffee. You're not showing me anything.
No,
Well,
but
how do I get into Amazon? I
it's
want the
coffee,
Amazon
coffee.
of 2020.
And you know, that's a
bad
good point
coffee.
because it's like, because I mean, in reality, like the stock market that's a scheme because it's like you buy let's say Amazon at $1,
Right.
it goes up to $3, and you sell it to some other fool for the margin, for the difference.
Right.
So you make your profit. The person who's buying it from you is going to sell it to somebody else, hoping that it goes up, and then they make the difference.
They make a profit.
Right.
So you're always trying to put that, the responsibility, pass the buck to somebody else.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's a scheme too, but at least
way.
that has like that's
Respect
fair
to
for
it.
everyone. We
Right.
all know like
what we're getting
the stock
into,
market
and what
can go up and down. It's like
It's a gamble.
it's a gamble. Exactly.
It's a gamble.
Same with the pyramid scheme thing. It's a gamble.
It's a gamble. Yeah,
It is a gamble. You just gotta know enough suckers, I guess. Like, cause one of my boys, back to this like $1,200 stimulus circle, the stimulus circle they were doing. Like, he's like, yo, no, it's not me. I let them know you put this in. You gotta make sure you bring people in. If you don't know no suckers, that don't got nothing to do with me. Cause I know you. So I did
Wow.
That's fucked up.
That
It's
is
true,
fucked
though.
up, man. One of the dudes when I was in undergrad, he was supposed to. I thought we was all homies. So he came up and he was like, "Look, if you give some, I forget the exact amount, but let's just say it was 2,000. You give me 2,000, I'm gonna give you 8,000." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm sure I can give it to you." And he told all the homies at one time. So I was like, "Yo, that's a lot of money," but I didn't have 2,000 at the time. So
Yeah.
I go and was chilling with another homeboy who didn't go to school with me, and I said, "Hey, bro, if we give this nigga that I know 2,000, he's gonna give us 8." He was like, "Kay, I'm gonna ask you 2 questions." He was like, "Fool, 1, can you guarantee me the money? 2, if you can guarantee me the money, by when?" He was like, "Kay, because if this nigga don't have my money, I'm at your school, bro."
Right.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Yeah, you know what? I ain't got the answer to those questions."
Hell no.
So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
But one of the homies did.
oh,
And so, of course, he didn't give him the 8 stacks.
Mm-hmm.
And he was avoiding the squad for literally years.
of course.
That's my
Niggas was hitting up his girlfriend, was like, "Yo, bro, where this nigga at?"
yeah.
And that's one thing about those scams. They say that the niggas is nasty. If you getting your homeboys to do it, you take your homeboys' money knowing that, yo, good luck, y'all boys. That's fucked up. Like,
That is
those,
fucked up.
you supposed to scam like the white boys doing cocaine in suburbs. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause they don't even need the money. They just
So what made his really bad? He didn't say it's a Ponzi scheme. He just said, he just was saying, "Give me money, I'm gonna flip it." That's all he was saying.
Yeah.
He said that under the premise of it's a business thing, but he never said what that business was.
hey.
And niggas wasn't. We were in undergrad. Niggas wasn't asking that
no,
question.
right. And that, to me, that's always my biggest thing about, I've said it many times, like, the only reason why I would never go into, like, a business with friends is because when it comes to business, we're here to scam. We are.
we want to get one up.
If we work for Nike pays some kids in Budapest fucking $1 an hour to make a $5 shoe. They sell that shit for $150. That's
Right.
a pure scam.
Yeah.
But
You know
as
what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's the difference between going into business with your homeboys and business in general. It's when you're scamming each other. Like if we're in business together and I cheat you out of money, that's fucked up. But if we're in business together and we're scamming other people, as long as it's us,
That's how shit. Steve Jobs did that to his homeboy.
that's wild.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's almost inevitable because like our selfish human nature to a degree, we can say like we're boys for life. But when it comes to money, like really truly making money, you're not gonna put nothing above that because like niggas are gonna like mask it as like, yo, I gotta feed my family, bro. You gonna do this to me? Like,
nah, I wouldn't do that. I would never scam niggas.
because you a good nigga. I don't care what Mike says about you. You a good guy.
I'm not scamming my niggas out of money, man. Like I'm not. If we're gonna go into business together or do anything money related, I'm not gonna cheat my dudes out of money.
And
So would you rather let your wife and child starve so you can keep that honor?
Yeah, I'm not gonna cheat you out.
Really?
Yeah,
But-
I'm not gonna
but
cheat you
do you-
out of money.
but
they're not
can't-
gonna starve. I'm gonna do something different. Like I'm not gonna be honorable, but I'm not gonna steal from you, my nigga.
I understand.
Target for
but can you also like with that same like mentality that you have? Can you also understand that you can't put that past niggas?
Agreed.
Right.
That's
1000%.
what it comes down to.
Now there are a few dudes who I think just would never do that.
Right.
And the hypothetical of letting your wife and kids starve, that's
Extreme.
super extreme.
Of course it's
But
extreme.
in the reality of business, like I don't think y'all niggas would do that. I don't think some other dudes that I know would do that.
I wouldn't want to put you in that position. Like maybe starve is too strong, but it's like, yo,
to make a decision.
we're behind on rent or something like that.
Right.
It's like I need this deal done no matter what. If everybody else is like, you know, that's not a good deal. Let's wait for something else, for example.
Oh, that's perfect.
Right. Let's say like, oh, outside vendor is like, yo, I'll pay you this for that. 10,000, and he's like, I need that 10.
Need that, bro. But your boy don't need that money.
Right.
He's just like,
We
yo,
can
let's
hold out.
we can hold out. We can make more
We can
money.
get 30, and he's like, nigga, I need that 10 now.
I need rent now.
So that's a position I don't want to put y'all in. So if it's like somebody I don't know, you took that 10, you could take it, you're fired, or we're gonna vote you out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, but when if it's something like that, like, damn, I know he needed it, but that's bad for business.
So this is tough. My response is, I gotta feel like the person I go into business with, if they're my friend, won't do that. Now, a random dude,
Fuck that.
take
Yeah,
a risk,
yeah.
yeah. But I gotta feel like that. Like if I feel like there's a chance you would do that, then I wouldn't go into business with you.
True.
But I just feel like you don't know how people are gonna react in certain situations
true.
until they're there, and you will not know them until that situation. It's like
That's true.
it's like the same thing. It's like getting to know somebody. You dating them, you getting to know them. Until you live with them, you don't know what they're capable of.
Yeah,
you don't know
that's
what
true.
So until you're in that, people can say all the good shit in the beginning. Yeah, bros for life. We're in a power circle. Like we're never gonna let nothing come between us until something comes between y'all, and then you be like, damn, I
It's
never
difficult.
thought he'd have did that to me.
Right.
And he did do it
And you
because
can't even blame him too,
You can't.
honestly. Like it's it's human nature. It's like, yo, I gotta put self-preservation is life. Unfortunately, it's like I gotta do me, and I understand, but nope.
I
Nope,
don't
nope,
understand
nope.
when you stealing, but
yeah, stealing is always
that's
like
nasty.
it's just people be chasing that American dream, just trying to get money. Like I saw this thing on Facebook once. It was a question, right? Like, would you take an 850 credit score right now, or $200,000? Or for the sake of arguing, because 200,000 not that much, let's say 400,000, because 400,000 would change our lives exponentially right now, right? Versus 850 credit score. Like, what would y'all pick?
That's very easy.
Really?
You pick hard cash. You don't pick theoretical cash. To me, it's like 850 credit score. That's perfect credit. So you would have
Right.
access
Potentially.
to, let's say, $1 million, for example.
Mhm.
But then that's just you accessing debt. You know what I'm saying?
that's a
Like,
good point.
You just
It's debt to a degree, but then also you're also in a.
Well, what's my credit score now? I guess let's say it's maybe.
Oh, what's your credit score now? So let's say it's a little below average. Let's say your credit score is 650. It's not even 700. So you're not even getting like the best thing. You're still getting high interest rates. You're still suffering. So yeah, that's a good point. You have an average, slightly below average credit score. So 850 is like you're putting yourself somewhere different. So these both would change your life per se, but
For me, in my current situation, I take the cash.
For sure, I think you should always take the cash.
Yeah, more than likely you should always take the cash,
Right.
but definitely because there's still some things you won't be able to get with the
850.
credit.
Right.
Like there's still some loans if you don't have income. They're
Right.
But without income, I mean, some people say and like
or
and
no
I,
collateral.
collateral, but I do feel that way. It's like sometimes it's like that credit score changes your life. Like of course, big business. I mean, like you said, access to debt. That's really what it is, because you get $1 million on an American Express Black Card, and then you still gotta have money coming in.
And then what?
Pay it back. Yeah.
That's
You got a whole bunch of free shit, and I guess
That's
For
true.
no reason.
I don't
And
know.
I feel like if you give me 400,000, I could get my 600 or 650 or what, or 5. What did you say?
850.
850.
No, I'm saying the average one, the 600. You said.
Yeah, you're
I
650.
can get that up to maybe
you can get up to
712.
maybe.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's
not
true.
Perfect.
Not perfect,
So-
but it'll
But you
still
can
be
work
really
up
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the cash.
Yeah.
You gotta get the cash.
Get the
Okay,
cash.
I'm with you. I'm
That's
with
the
y'all
thing.
on that.
Yeah, man, that's why. The scamming is like the huge. To me, I've been thinking about this huge Nigerian scammer who scammed niggas out of $450 million.
Oh yes, I saw that
Hush
article.
puppy.
fire.
First of all, this nigga's a legend. Like,
Oh,
that's
man.
a pure Afro Nigerian man to the core.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to him.
Big
I
scam.
was like, I thought I don't know if you heard of the Nigerian scammer who sold the airport,
The airport.
Yeah, I
Yes.
heard that.
The airport that does not exist.
which is like 200 million or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But
Who
when,
we sell it to?
like a Brazilian, I think I heard a soccer team.
Oh,
I don't know if
shit,
that's
I
true,
don't
but-
know. But it was funny. It's still funny.
Super.
It's
But,
stupid. It's super funny.
So it's like, but then I heard this guy. I guess the big thing with him is like he frauded people out of the coronavirus ventilators.
Damn.
Oh,
So it's
but
like
that's fucked up.
that's the
That's-
downside of the scam.
Yeah.
The fraud is like niggas really need these ventilators, bro.
Right.
Right.
You frauding that. So I guess with that's the thing about everybody having access. Everybody wants to be rich. Obviously, we all want to have a lot of money, but
Yes.
there's there's ways to do it.
There's ways to do it, and it's just like it's just cutting corners. Sometimes is the easiest way.
Right.
Like I don't tell many people this, but I used to have a bad gambling problem. Right.
Hey-o.
I used to have a really bad, and I'm only 20, about to be 29 now, but like, and I used to have a bad gambling problem. I used to have this system. We used to play roulette. And in the system, me and my boy, we used to play it. We used to go there like, basically what we'll do, we'll put 10 on black or red. And then depending on what it is, if we win, we put 10 again. If we lose, we go up to 20. And then if we lose again, we go up to 40. And we'll go all the way to like 320. So the idea is...
Of losses.
Losses, yeah.
Bro,
the idea is there's no way for this machine that goes black and red to turn one color 7 times in a row.
Right.
And there was a couple times that it happened.
Until it turns that color 7 times.
Bro, you don't know what sickness is and pain because like as soon as you lose, the first thing you think about is all you could have done with the money you just lost. That's the first thing you do, you know. So like gambling is trash, but like just the idea of getting money really quickly and just like just winning, because there was good days, because on those good days you felt great. You leave, I came here with $150 and I leave with like $1,200. Like you feel good. Everything about life is good at that point. But when you're down, you're down. But it's just, you know, to me, there's just no fast track. There's no easy way to just like get it. Like, you know, you either work for it or, you know.
But there's people who are like, they see gambling not as like a risk, almost like a skill. Like there's ways to.
There are skills like poker tournaments.
Like poker, right? Like people, I mean, betting a house,
right?
Betting rent on poker.
Yeah, I wanted to be a professional poker player.
Yeah, that shit is shit's legit.
Like, it is legit.
You know what I mean? Like I know somebody who was like, he was like maybe ranked number 350 in the world. Like I know his name is, I'm not gonna say his name, but nigga was like, if you pay me the entrance fee, $50 to the tournament. If I win. I gave you 30% of all my winnings.
Oh, we talked about this before.
We did, and I was like, 30%, nigga, what?
That's a good gamble. That's more than 50.
He gives me 30%.
Yes. Let's say what is a $50 interest fee. Let's say there's 25 people. Let's just say hypothetically, that's probably 10 bands right there. No, am I doing my math right? That's 10 bands.
You're right.
And you give me 30% of that. 30% of 10 bands is 3?
Yeah.
But I paid
$50.
So.
Yeah.
So in like regular business, that's a simplified version, but that's kind of what happens. If I take all the financial risk and you do the work, I still get more money.
Oh.
That's what that hypo is trying to say. Like, what
I'd have been good with that. I can potentially make 3 bands, but then see, I would lose my money in that instance. Like
you should. And that's the argument for a lot of labor shit.
So y'all would have took the 30%.
I would have.
I told fool 50-50.
When we first talked about it, I was like, hell no, I wouldn't take that 30. Yeah. But now I'm like, shit.
I don't have no poker skill whatsoever. Like, I'm not good at this. I have nothing to contribute. Exactly. All I have is this 50, and you're going to give me, I can put. But the only thing is that potential, because then it comes back, you say, oh, I didn't win. You're like, damn, fool. So can I get my 50 back? Can I get half?
You can't.
So that's why I'm kind of changing, because it's like, now it's like, what's the risk of $50?
Yeah. Right now, what's the risk of $50? But ask me 10 years ago.
Oh, see,
it was a high risk. It was like, I'm like, bro, $50. I'm not gonna eat for a couple of weeks. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Back then, when he was doing that, I was like, that's a good idea. But he said the 70-30. I was like, no. I guess in hindsight, I probably should have did that. I don't know how to play poker like that. Like I could play with y'all.
And it's money you never would have made.
Anyway, right? Yeah. The only time I ever made money was on Blackjack, and it was my first time playing. I was with my wife's cousin, and we was playing whatever. And then the lady was like, I think you should hit. I think you should not hit. I think you should stay. And we was like, okay, this is weird. She was coaching us through it. And we won. I won 400. He won like 125 off of $25.
Right.
And I was like, is this legal? Are you flirting with me? Should we have sex now? What is happening? And he was just like, just tip her. I was like, I tipped her, no problem. And I used that money. It was Father's Day. I won it. I took my old boy to Bahama Breeze, and he got fucking coconut shrimp and virgin pina colada.
That's a good time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like, damn, I'm taking him off of illegal money. This is blood money, blood magic. Because the lady was literally coaching us through it. Like, nah, you should stay. Like, you should hit. I don't know. You should stay.
The dealer.
The dealer.
Okay, see, that's illegal.
And I was like, what the fuck is this?
You know what? But I mean, she just wanted a good tip. But that was one thing I was gonna say I like about Blackjack, because if you come to a friendly table, that's one thing back in my day. You come to a friendly table where people are nice and they're helping you out. No, just hold on, That's nice.
Yeah.
But you go to unfriendly tables and they're all like, bro, don't fuck this up. No, you see,
That's
we about
the
to
thing.
make this
Right,
money,
yeah.
and like,
Thing.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get a 21. Like, I ain't gonna split that. Then there's pressure. Then you kind of
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I want to be here.
Yeah.
Like,
It's aggressive.
That it is aggressive in the casino. The only time I was making money in the casino was in a poker tournament, and I was doing good.
Hold'em, Texas Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
Until this older white man came, and you could keep buying chips. He was just big bank tank, little bank. It don't matter if he's losing. It's like, well, you won $50, but I could buy $100. You won $75, I could still buy $200. And that's exactly what he did until I couldn't compete no more, until the luck wasn't on my side.
He put you all in, and it's like, damn. That's true.
That's why I'm like, man, next time if I'm gonna do some shit like that, I want it like you can't. It's a one buy-in.
When you did you have on like the hoodie and the shades? And
No,
try to have your poker face.
Yeah.
poker face. Nah, I just went in there barefaced.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Good thing about Gammon, they give you free drinks, which I like a
Yes.
lot. Yo, you know what's funny you said about roulette? I remember I was in Vegas. I will never forget this. This is why I thought like this shit is witchcraft. I went to a table and everybody was putting it on one number. So I'm looking at the list, the scoreboard.
Yeah.
The first three numbers was 555, black fives. The next two was 1717.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the next number was?
No.
5.
Wow.
Everybody was on the same one.
Oh man, that's
Damn.
crazy.
I was like, yo. And then after that, it was 00.
Oh yes,
But that's how that should be.
That-
And
it-
That's how it goes.
It might
shit
be
was
witchcraft
crazy.
though. It might be.
555,
It is
17,
cheating,
17, 5. Dog, that
Yeah.
was crazy.
That's the
So,
same
like,
thing we used to think. Like, I remember one time we did that. Like, I think I bet like 0 because there's a 0 and there's a 00 in American roulette. So I put it on 00 and it didn't hit, but the next one it hit. And then the next one after that, it hit 00 again. I'm like, fool, come on. The computers are fucking with me. I'm looking at the camera. I'm like,
Doing it
yelling
on
at them.
purpose.
I'm like, they really trying to snub me. Like, this is $100. Like, y'all don't need this. Like, I need this.
Yo, shout out to ladies, if your husband's trying to gamble or your man is trying to gamble, let him gamble away. He's gonna make it. Just let him gamble your future away. It's
They should
fun.
put spades in the casino.
Oh, if they had spades, I think we'd be addicts. I think a lot of black people would be
Yeah.
addicts in there.
Right.
Like,
But then it depends on your partner. It depends on like
depends
I'll
on,
do it like computer spades.
because they're gonna do like you,
okay.
you like bet like
Yeah.
double nil and all that shit.
Do it like
four
computer
hands
spades. Yeah,
and-
do it like computer spades.
because imagine your partner renege at spades. And
Oh
gamble.
my god!
I would kill you to do.
But
You
it
have
don't
to
matter
kill 'em.
that much in computer spades.
If they renege.
It's more. Because first they won't let you renege. So in computer spades they take it back. You cannot renege.
No,
in
but these
computer
real
spades.
people we talking about.
But I'm saying like do it just like that. Like I guess it is real people, so
They won't know.
they won't know until they catch it. So if
Yeah.
they catch it, I'm trying to.
They're
think,
not
what
gonna
would I
say it's
do?
okay.
Yeah,
Don't
that's a
worry
good
about
point.
it. I'm gonna be like, my money's on the line. If you don't give me this nigga 3 books, I'm gonna blow this shit.
But at least the betting part, it matters more what you bet. Because remember
Right.
in computer space, there's like a list type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, nah, hell
But I
nah.
see what you're saying about the reneging. Now that I think about
I
it,
will
I'm like,
fucking kill you.
Yeah, dog. You
You
can't.
nigga at the Hard Rock? What? I will fucking
hey, bitch,
kill
I
you.
need that, bro.
I need that. You're gonna have to. You need to run me that money. Those 3 books it cost us.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Because in high school, you should like steal, like put your spade, the books you had, you steal it, and then you just
Yeah.
kind of, But no, hell no,
In the
not in the
casino,
Hard
they're
Rock.
gonna catch that.
What?
They gonna
I'd
catch
be so
that.
fucking pissed, man. It kind of reminds me of like, what would y'all do if, say, I won the lottery, for example. Say we had playing spades and we won the grand tournament.
Okay.
And you won you won a super tournament, $100 million.
no, it's got to be
Yeah.
like 375. And like how the max bet be, but like $375 million. That
All
like
right,
max
yeah.
lottery,
We won a
375
super
million.
lotto. We won in
Okay.
$375 million.
Yeah.
How would y'all divvy it up to family, friends, lovers, side chicks,
Oh man, that's tough.
children you don't claim? Like all those, how would y'all divvy up? Let's go with an even number of $400 million.
400 million. Okay. Well, I'll get it going. For me, I'll give all my close people 10. If I have 400,
$10 million.
in theory. So let's say I have like 10 of my niggas right here. I give them 10 each. So I'm down 100 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I gotta get my mom a crib and like get her a car, get her right. But that's not much. That's probably gonna be like $1 million too. Like I'm one of those that you read about that goes broke because I'm gonna be spending that shit. Like I'm gonna be spending that shit like it's infinite. You know what I mean? Like so, I'm gonna try to get like a get like an accountant. But I think that most of my close people, they're gonna get like 10 to 15 million, and then like get like a trust for like my daughter and stuff like that, or my friend's daughter. So that's probably another 15 million. I'm gonna go broke. Let me just say that. I'm gonna spend that. Like,
That's the thing. That's the thing. To me, it's like with that. I think what I would do is I think I heard Tony say this one time. He was like, I wouldn't give anybody money. I would just pay off what you asked me to.
oh, like the debt, man. That's cheap. That's cheap shit, dog.
No, I mean,
For 400 million.
but yeah, I mean, like, oh, you want to pay off your house? All right, cool. You want to pay off your car? Cool. Your student loans? Cool. I pay all that off. But I'm not gonna give you money.
That's nice, but I wish I was a millionaire. You know what I mean? Like my house was what 300, 400,000. My car was like 25,000, 28,000. That's good, but I would like to tell niggas I'm a millionaire. I want my, you know.
I feel you.
What would you do?
So it kind of depends. I wouldn't do some even shit. Like if you got some type of business I can invest in, I'll do that.
Okay.
But if it's not, I'll kick people bread. I don't know how much because I got to figure out what I want to do with the money otherwise. And then I'd come up with some type of budget for everybody else.
Oh, you smart.
Yeah,
You smart.
too.
I'll just start sending bread. Like, yeah, I just came to some guap, dog. Don't, you know, just, you know, yo, don't worry. I got
They're
you.
gonna run out eventually. I think that's the only problem.
Oh, when they run out and come back.
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say nothing's gonna be like, yo, my wife's cousin's cousin
Oh, everybody gonna have a story now.
has cancer.
Yes.
We need medical bills. That's 300,000. You're not gonna give us that?
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
And I'll be like, no, like, because I will give it to like the head person, like your wife's cousin. I'll give it to them. Here goes, 400,000. Do whatever you want.
Right.
You know about her.
You ask her. Don't ask me. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I might not go that far, but I definitely gotta think and plan and see where this money is gonna go overall before I start divvying up money to individuals. And there's a lot of individuals I wouldn't give money. There's a group that's kind of together. I'm like, yo, look, I'm gonna give this group this bread. I'll figure it out.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's true.
I might. I got to think about
It's
that.
good. Like, and I think you said it once before. Like, if you do come into that kind of money, it's good to go missing as soon as possible. Because if you're rich as fuck, if you obviously in the top 1% now, so now you can have couriers to send these people money without, and you can be in the wind. Like they can never know where you are at any time and never have access to you. That's one thing I would do. Like I would not let people have access to me because then now you're Santa Claus. Now everything like, yo, bro, my rotor's just fucked up. I need new brakes, big dog. So just bought me a new car. You know what I mean? Like
we can't do that. But the team though, I gotta see if we could set up something for us to keep making money. Like if I know
absolutely
good, like your photography business,
invest in that.
Let's do something.
Absolutely, keep making money makes sense because, like you said, because if I'm setting you guys up, if we invest in our businesses or if we start like getting business going and we start getting things that we wanted, then you don't have to come back. You teach a nigga, you give a nigga a fish, he gonna eat that day. You teach him how to fish or you set him up, then he good for life. Then he doesn't. You don't have to worry about him coming out for you. Then you can start thinking about like generational wealth. Then you can think about, oh damn, we're all millionaires. All our kids are like kids are like eating because of how we were set up and shit like that. But
coincidentally, man, this millionaire was giving someone I know some advice about a business, and he said that just expect people to steal money from you. Like just hey, know that if you're gonna go into some type of business, you're gonna own a business, just expect, just like, hey, someone at some point will steal
at
money
some
from
point, I'm sure, because it's like that Fantasia thing to me. Like
what?
No. Well, Fantasia couldn't read at the time, and God bless her, she's a good singer. But what I'm saying is that like you're not gonna read all the contract. Every time Apple tells you to read the terms and conditions, you're not going to. Like you're not gonna read it because it's like 7, 8, 9 pages long. You're gonna hire somebody to read said terms and conditions for you, and when they do, that was probably gonna be one of the people that cheat you. Those gonna be one of the people that you can't keep up with, that you missed a thing because they gypped you.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, it's like people taking advantage of your lack of business prowess is what business is about.
Yep.
Like I'm a scheme you, I'm a scam
Scam
you,
you. Exactly.
and because you're deficient in this area. And I would never want to put. Imagine I don't know how to read. You know how to read, and we friends. You be like, oh no, I got you. And then
No problem.
You start skimming off the top. You start moving things. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
That's
so
crazy.
that's what
about
I would
her,
hate
though.
to happen though. Like I mean,
She
Fantasia,
really
damn,
couldn't
how the
read.
fuck you don't want to
I
read?
thought that was an exaggeration.
It might be a hoax. It might be like Sierra having a penis hoax. Like,
I
believe.
I remember. I think Sierra was on the cover. I think it was Vibe or Rolling Stone, and the title was like, "I am not a hermaphrodite."
Oh.
Like, yo, I was like, stop lying. Let me see.
I don't know why I believed it, bro. That's crazy.
And there was a lot of things like it, just like it, like that we believe that people said it.
I'm not gonna.
Somebody said it.
Sierra, you never heard that?
No, I'm sorry. You said you still believe it?
A little bit.
Sort of.
A little bit. Like they did a good Olivia Pope cover up,
She's
so
really
we don't know
tall.
for sure.
That's messed
But
up, bro.
She's really tall, and that's
Nah, bro, she good.
no, but my point is this: is like people, they will scam you. Like you said, it's a part of business. It's a part of like I read somewhere like one time in my economics class they told me like people that make like so much money that make are billionaires, top 1%. If they cap their wealth at $500,000 or $750,000, their life wouldn't change at all. They wouldn't even they wouldn't even notice anything is different.
Right.
But because it's my money, like you're gonna be stingy with this, so you can hope that you hire the right people. Like I just alluded to, like you're not reading the terms and conditions for nothing.
No.
Like you can be as successful as you want, as smart as you want, as intelligent, but bruh, I make $10 billion a year. I'm not fucking reading 8 pages or whatever the fuck. I could pay somebody to read
do
that shit.
That's exactly right.
And that's how you're gonna get gypped.
That's why sometimes I be feeling like I'm a capitalist, so I understand like capitalism promotes an incentive to work. But then sometimes it's like, yo, I remember like a homeboy, he was like, should the greeter at Walmart make that much less than the CEO of Walmart?
Yes.
They should, yes.
Yes.
Now, okay, yes, they should, because the person who be greeting you be like, whatever. Okay, and the CEO of Walmart, cool. So if the CEO of Walmart makes probably $500 billion,
Right.
the person that greeting you at Walmart should be making $5 an hour. That gap is too far.
Too far.
No, that's
Okay.
too far.
Yes.
Like say if they start at $5 an hour or whatever, like nigga, you could come down to
Right.
1 billion.
Right.
Right.
And I think it comes down to principle sometimes, like, because I think that'd be great. I think that if they increase the wages, like if you're a big superstar CEO and we increase the wages of the job, obviously it's going to be better talent coming in. We're getting better qualified people because you don't think so?
Prices got to go
Not
up.
at Walmart, but
No, I'm just saying
Well,
in general.
The price of the product has to go up. Then
Has to go up
the
as
only,
well.
Like something has to decrease because like when people protest like McDonald's give us $15 an hour.
Right.
All right. Well, then your Big Mac gonna cost $20.
Oh, that's
Something
true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like things have to balance out unless the CEOs make less money.
yeah.
Less money,
Like,
which they
yeah.
won't do.
Well,
Like,
they won't do it, right?
it's not
So-
going to change my life, but
Right.
I still want it. Still mine.
So y'all want to protest? We can give you $15 an hour. Okay. Now Big Macs cost like fucking $10 each.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's by themselves. So
That's the problem with like the way some people look at what they earn. Now, some people, they want what would be the hypothetical fair wage of what they're doing.
right.
Right.
Some people want to make a lot of money because it's a lot of risk or it takes a lot of skill.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that makes sense. And that could be the fair market as well.
Right.
And then some people, they just want a lot more money than
A lot
you.
less work. Yeah.
No, than you. It's
Oh,
like,
shit.
yo, look, not only do like whatever my profession is, do I want it to make a lot more money, but because it's this particular profession, I want it to make more than you.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just like it just depends, man. Like being like in a skill position or whatever, like it's very, very difficult. Like you said, I want to make more money than you. I remember one day you said, Daniel, we was with you and your lady, both of y'all was like, it is one of the biggest problems in work culture is like we don't talk about how much we're making, like, and we're in the same position because it's like frowned upon, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And that's what's holding back a lot of like women's rights issues and Black Lives Matter issues. Things
Absolutely.
like that, 'cause we don't talk about how much we make. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big problem, and we should address that. Like if we both do the same job, we should both have the same salary. But people always, or we should. Yeah,
Yeah, we should. But some people feel like, oh, damn, if we don't negotiate it, oh man, maybe you didn't negotiate right. I think that's a selfish way of thinking. I think that like if people always preach unity, especially when it comes to like, because that's why unions come about, because they finally like going about unity. Like, oh, if we all work together, like, damn, they can't fire all of us. Like, they need us to some degree if we can all stand together. But there's always that 1, 2, or 3 people that say, well, I'm not really comfortable like being with this. I don't want to lose my job. Like, they care more about that than like, I
think when it comes to individuals versus individuals and how much they're making when they do the same thing, the quality of their work. Like, we could both be associate attorneys, but who's bringing in more money? It can't just be for the title. Or even if it's not about who brings in more money, if we get the same amount of cases, who's working the cases better? Like, who has a better turnover rate or worse turnover rate?
But then that's a slippery slope, because it's like
a slippery slope.
If you black and I'm white, and like I feel like
it's hard to sell that
you're working harder.
But the you can make whatever argument you want, but it's to the owner of the company to decide. And then if the owner or the boss or whomever is making those decisions, and then when it's divvied up, then you can decide to take it or leave it. Like, I could be like, hey man, this dude, and I'll just make up an arbitrary number, he does 30% better than you do. However, I come up with that. And then either you be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, maybe he does deserve more money, or you say no.
See,
it depends. I think it just
tough.
depends on the, like, I'm thinking of it like for lawyers, I think that makes sense. I think for basketball players, it definitely makes, LeBron should make more money because he's a better player. I wouldn't say because you're both basketball players you make
okay, I see what you're saying.
It just I think it makes sense in certain
things. Like what you're saying makes sense, especially like if you're an attorney or if you work in like some sort of business. Like, let's say like I don't know what, like let's say they work for some sort of analytics company and you do a lot more like logistics and you just do a lot more, then okay, that's one thing. But if we're both cashiers for Target I make $14 and you make $19, and then like you refuse to talk about it, that's something different. That's kind of where I was going with that. And it's like, I think that it's so taboo. Like, it's taboo for everybody. Nobody really wants to talk about how much they make because somebody out there somewhere, some CEO, hint hint, made it that like, oh, we shouldn't talk about how much we make. That it's almost like illegal, so to speak, to like tell your coworker how much you make, because people get offended. They get offended because you cheated us, bitch.
Right, that's true. And it was like, what's speaking to that, like when your lady was saying like how it holds back the women's rights movement. Like, one reason why a lot of it is why men and like why they discourage exchanging salary information is like because a lot of times women make less, right? Like, so I've heard some argument why they should make less.
Why they should?
Because they're less profitable to the companies. Because, right, for example, like imagine if basketball was all one sport, men and women playing together,
right?
And one of these players, women, have to, like, Tamika Catchings got to leave for 9 months
because she's pregnant.
Why the fuck would I pay her as a company? Not me. I would pay her a lot more.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But why would I pay her the same as LeBron James, who's
here
every single day? Oh no, I'm not going down that slope. I will pay her.
You're just saying the argument people are
why
making.
Companies do it, because it's like you're gonna be gone for 9 months, or not 9 months. You're gonna be gone for, let's say, bullshit. I think
it's probably gonna be like a year and a half, because like you're gonna get paid leave, and then after that, and then
FMLA is like 3 months, and then you can take LOA for like 3 more months.
I've heard that argument in the legal field.
Right.
Like, exactly. The argument is like, well, look, you have more females that graduate law school, and you have more females that pass the bar, but you have way less females attorneys, and it's because a lot of women, for whatever reason, get out of the legal field. So if you're gonna get out of the legal field, you're not even gonna be here long term, and you might get pregnant, and it might be more than one time. Why would I pay you the same amount of money as this guy who's probably going to be here longer and he's never going to take off leave?
Right.
And now, I'm not saying I agree with that argument, but that's just the argument.
I do not agree with that.
Me neither.
At all.
None of us do.
These are not our arguments.
But we just got to tell both sides. I guess we're going to say both sides. That's kind of like how some people see it. And it is unfortunate.
That's
like,
crazy.
You know, and
do y'all think it makes sense?
It makes sense, but doesn't mean that doesn't mean you should.
That doesn't make it right.
Right.
Exactly.
It makes sense. Just all things that make sense logically doesn't make it right. Like, because obviously every woman is not in that box. Every woman is not gonna, because they say like, oh, they're gonna take more time off. They're gonna like, every woman is not like that. And I think that sometimes, especially in the working field, like, how we're challenged, like as black men, like boom, we have to work twice as harder just to be like half as good as like some of our white counterparts. I think women are the same way. They got to work even 4 times as harder because they got to prove they're as good as men first. Black women, of course, and then you got to prove they're as good as men first, and then prove they're as good as you know.
You think black women have it harder than black men in the workspace?
Oh
generally,
yeah, for generally, hell yeah.
Ooh, I
You don't think
know.
so?
You don't think so?
I think generally.
I think like black men, we have a lot to deal with. I don't want to compare men versus women, black women, because we're all in a struggle together, all of us. But I think like black men, like what's difficult about black men is like I think the chance of promotion. Now this is like patriarchy versus racism, like or gender. I don't know. But I just think black men have it maybe a little bit more difficult than black women in terms
what
of like
sense?
advancement. Because I feel like women have an easier path to like promotion, to like salary raises because they're women.
That's not been my observation.
It's a tough place to be. That's what I just believe. It's like I feel like are most of your managers women? The people, your superiors.
So that's why I was saying it kind of depends. So
Okay.
I had this job where I was a bill collector for this credit card company.
Okay.
And I knew a bunch of people that all started the same, and I knew a lot of girls who they were bringing it. They were collecting as much as a lot of the other dudes, but for whatever reason, the men were getting promoted faster. And I think I attribute that to the stereotypes on black women as people, not their quality of work, but as do I want to work with you? Because a lot of times you pick people that you hire because you want to work with them. Sometimes 2 people could be just as good at the job,
right?
But in an interview, it's
but you like them as a person, yes.
And I think that's where a lot of black women in these kinds of jobs, where they are at a disadvantage.
Well, what I was gonna say is, okay, that's in one kind of job, but I feel like in different spaces, like sometimes, like in other kind of jobs, women are more friendly. They're more
like a nurse.
Right.
They're like a nurse for sure.
Okay, yeah.
Like so, if I could do the same job as a woman, like let's say we are flight attendants, like how I'm gonna tell you, yo, what do you need? I could be intimidated, right? And how a woman would say it to them, like they would easily be more like.
And that's why I said it depends on the job.
It does.
Some jobs we stereotype and be like, a woman should do that.
Right.
That job. Yeah, like a flight attendant, great example. Like a man be like, yo, you need something? Be like, whoa, take it
easy, buddy.
And if a woman did that, be like, oh yes, I do need water or whatever. Like imagine having like like if I'd get like a massage or a wax.
It gotta be a woman.
It cannot be a man.
It will not be a man.
It probably won't be. Yeah.
So
I actually got a massage from a man. That was uncomfortable.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something, but we're in
you
2020.
You probably not gonna give him 5-star review then.
No,
you're gonna be like he was okay.
I can't. There's no review.
So when he rubbed your back, like how did that make you feel?
We're gonna go. What was
No, I'm asking. No, I'm asking. Did your tell us about it?
Nah, man, it was whatever, man. It was a regular massage, but yeah, it was uncomfortable, bro.
He rubbed your chest too?
Nah.
Okay.
See, but it makes you uncomfortable. Like so, I'm gonna tell you guys, right? So the other day I got a wax for the first time, right?
A Brazilian.
No, not a Brazil. You keep saying that. It's called a commando, a full commando, right? But it was a woman. Of course it was a woman. But if it was a dude, like I couldn't even imagine. Like first of all, I would have been like somebody else, please.
Yeah,
It's gotta be because like it's not.
No disrespect,
that's sexism. That's sexism.
And I'm with that, and I'm cool with that. I'm a proud sexist in that case. And some things you need a woman to do it. Like
a full commando means you get fully naked and they scrape all the hair off your body.
All the hair off. They just rip.
Nice.
They just rip all the hair off. But like so you gotta. But I wouldn't want a man to do that. That's back to the point I was making. Like that's
not at all.
Hell no.
I can imagine a man. That's pretty funny.
Waxing your butt. No, I'm straight. I can't tell the story. Hey, yeah, man, wax my. Nah. Can't say that.
What if they was transgender? See, I know you're transphobic.
Because you're transphobic.